Okay, before I start calling the cadets forward, I would like to encourage you all, if you want a photo, to please come forward. And if we need to do a redo, we will, if you just tell us. So as the cadets are coming up here to get their awards, if you want a photo, just slow us down, and we will be glad to do that. Please hold your applause until the end of the award ceremony, when we will recognize all of the awardees. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Spence, Believe, Krieger, Bender, Butler, Weiner, Delacruz, Polkow, Uncle, Jennings, David Williams, Carol, Dubuque. The first presenter is Mrs. Norma Merring, Alumni Director Emeritus. The recipient of the Keith Marion Math Award is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jordan Spence from Mesa, Arizona. The next presenter is Colonel Tim Casey, the Dean. The recipient of the Dean Buck Award is Cadet Staff Sergeant Alexandra Felice from Colorado Springs, Colorado. The recipient of the Robert Epler History Award is Cadet Staff Sergeant Alan Krieger from Richmond, Virginia. The recipient of the William R. Skinner Award is Cadet Captain Adam Bender from Marshville, Wisconsin. The recipient of the Rose Women's College Chemistry Award is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jordan Spence. The recipient of the AUSA Military History Award is Cadet Stephen Butler from Anchorage, Alaska. The Academic Department awards gold and silver medals to those who stand first and second in their sophomore and freshman classes. The recipients are, in the sophomore class, first place, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jordan Spence. Second place, Cadet Cody Weiner from Leavenworth, Kansas. In the freshman class, three-way tie for first, Cadet Corporal Delacruz from Saipan, Northern Mariana Islands. Cadet Alexandra Felice. Cadet First Lieutenant Samuel Polkow from Huntsville, Utah. It is our pleasure to present the Cadle plaque for second semester to Headquarters Company. Company Commander, Cadet Captain Charles Hunkel from Charlton, Iowa. Executive Officer, Cadet First Lieutenant Mason Jennings from Pago Pago, American Samoa. Company First Sergeant, Cadet First Sergeant David Williams from Chicago, Illinois. First Platoon Leader, Second Lieutenant Jeriah Farrell from Roy, Washington. Second Platoon Leader, Cadet Second Lieutenant Derek Depew from Neodesha, Kansas. The next presenter is Lieutenant Colonel Joe Auld, Principal. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Mills, Johnston, Tommy, Adie, Cadet Captain Shu, Ciabato, Clayton, DeFreitas, Hermonson, Levy, Phillips, Shelmer, Buchanan, Van Zandt, you. The recipient of the Captain Larry Brown English Award is Cadet Second Lieutenant Samuel Mills from Franklin, Tennessee. The recipient of the Albert Park Math Award is Cadet Second Lieutenant Samuel Mills. The recipient of the Del Monte Academic Improvement Award is Cadet Joey Johnston from Overland Park, Kansas. The recipient of the Growth Women's High School Chemistry Award is Cadet Gabriel Toffey from Belo Horizonte, Brazil. The recipients of the George Washington Carver Awards are Cadet Captain Xu Qiuxin from Beijing, China. Cadet Sergeant First Class Marco Ciabato from Bogota, Colombia. The recipients of the United States of America Presidential Award for Educational Achievement are Cadet Captain Xu Qiuxin, Cadet Sergeant First Class Marco Ciabato. Cadet Sergeant Stephen Clayton from the Woodlands, Texas. Cadet Louis DeFreitas, Panama City, Panama. Cadet Andrew Vermonson from Fort Dodge, Iowa. Cadet Joey Johnston. Cadet Raheem Levy from Yorba Linda, California. Cadet Second Lieutenant Samuel Mills. Cadet Elena Phillips from Lee Summit, Missouri. Cadet Eduardo Schoner from Cancun, Mexico. Cadet Gabriel Coffey. Cadet Annie Ubonin, Madison, Wisconsin. Cadet Jack Van Zandt from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Cadet Yu Yuhong from Shanghai, China. At this time, I would like to read a letter to the recipients who just received the United States of America Presidential Award. Please accept my congratulations on receiving the President's Education Award. I am pleased to join your family, friends, teachers in recognizing this outstanding accomplishment. Nothing will have a greater impact on your success and the success of our nation than the knowledge and skills you gain in the classroom. Your future is in your hands, and as long as you stay focused on your studies, there is not a single thing you cannot accomplish. By earning this award, you have shown the discipline and drive to excel academically, and I encourage you to carry those qualities forward in all that you do. Congratulations again. I applaud the example you set for students across our country, and I wish you all the best for the years ahead. Signed, Barack Obama. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Freely, Wood, Shepherd, Sheeby, McElroy, Tallulah Brown, Choi, Schoner, Ciabato, Cadet Captain Shu, Yukon, Gordon. The Scholastic Department awards gold and silver medals to those who stand first and second in their classes in grades 9 through 11. The recipients are juniors, first place, Cadet Freely Wu from Yicheng, China. Second place, Cadet Sarah Shepard from Aurora, Colorado. Sophomore class, Cadet Sergeant Maxim Sheeby from Clive, Iowa, first place. Cadet Anastasia McElroy from Austin, Texas. Freshman class is tied for first place. Cadet Talina Brown from Southlake, Texas. Cadet Minso Choi, Seoul, South Korea. The members of the Luke Ho Tinker Chapter of the National Honor Society who are graduating are Cadet Eduardo Shona, Cadet Marco Ciabaco, Cadet Captain Shu Chioshu, the recipient of the Special Talent Publication Award is Cadet Annie Yukoni. The recipient of the Hinton Memorial Award is Cadet First Lieutenant Ariel Gordon from Memphis, Tennessee. The next presenter is Lieutenant Colonel Darren Fitzgerald, Dean of Students. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Wiley, Polkow, Raval, Moreland, Milo, Feliz, Sheedy, Wolf, Don Hagler, Hunkle, Aurora, Christensen, Jennings, Poe. Honor Council certificates are being presented to the Honor Council. The Chairman of the Honor Council, Cadet Major Carlos White. Cadet First Lieutenant Samuel Kokow. Cadet First Lieutenant Fyodor Duval, Tarnov, Poland. Cadet Second Lieutenant Abuilu Ilo from Pago Pago, American Samoa. Cadet Alexandra Feliz. Cadet Maxim Shivi. Cadet Second Lieutenant Taylor Wolf from Big Bend, Wisconsin. Cadet First Lieutenant Don Tagalo, Pago Pago, American Samoa. Cadet Captain Charles Hunkle. Cadet Master Sergeant Johnny Aurora, Zion, Illinois. Cadet Staff Sergeant Kyle Christensen from Ripon, California. Cadet First Lieutenant Mason Jennings. Cadet Charles Poole from Port Moresby, New Guinea. The next presenter is First Sergeant Gary Willis, Commandant. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Fernandez, Blank, Powell, Becker, Spence, Shelton, Captain Shue. The recipient of the Wyckoff Greatest Improvement Award is Cadet Sergeant Pedro Fernandez, Grand Prairie, Texas. The recipients of the Sellers Wyckoff Schoenengard Award are, receiving the high school award, Cadet Staff Sergeant Jacob Blank from Parkville, Missouri. College Award, Cadet Staff Sergeant Jacob Powell from Marshville, Missouri. The recipient of the Don Petro Honor Guard is Cadet Sergeant Mark Becker from Knob Noster, Missouri. The recipient of the Lieutenant Colonel Weldon W. Perry Commandant's Award is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jordan Spence. The recipient of the Frank Brown Memorial Award is Cadet Sergeant Major Mickey Shelton from Rutledge, Tennessee. The recipient of the International Cadet Award is Cadet Shue. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Coleman, Duarte, Wiley, Zielinski, Aldred, Dunn. The 100% Deportment Award. These cadets are retaining 100% deportment for the school year because they did not earn one demerit during the entire year. Battalion Staff, Cadet Captain Shu Chioshi. Cadet Sergeant First Class Jacob Blank. Cadet Sergeant First Class Matthew Coleman, San Padre Sula, Honduras. Cadet Captain Spalos Duarte. Cadet Major Carlos Wiley. Cadet Captain Benjamin Zielinski. Cadet Justin Aldred. Cadet Daniel Dunn from Ripping, California. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Choi, Belize, Maribel Medina, Amanda Smith, Thomas, Wolf, Zambrano, Becker, Carroll, McElroy, Luconi, So, Reval, Frost, Babcock, Joshua Scott. % deportment continued, Delta Company, Cadet Minso Choi. Alexandra Feliz. Cadet Maribel Medina. Cadet Sergeant First Class Amanda Smith. Cadet Chantel Thomas from Mackay, Australia. Cadet Taylor Wolf. Cadet Marcelo Zambrano from San Pedro Garcia, Mexico. Headquarters Company, Cadet Sergeant Mark Becker. Cadet Second Lieutenant Jariah Carroll. Cadet Anastasia McElroy from Austin, Texas. Cadet Annie Yukonen. It is our pleasure to present the Brown Plaque for second semester to Alpha Company. Company Commander, Cadet Captain So from Pago Pago, American Samoa. Executive Officer, Cadet First Lieutenant Theodore Duvall. Company First Sergeant, Cadet First Sergeant Frank Foss. First Platoon Leader, Second Lieutenant Ryan Babcock. Second Platoon, Cadet Second Lieutenant Joshua Scott. The next presenter is Lieutenant Colonel Tom Hughes, Athletic Director. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Cheevy, Coltow, Davis, Thomas, Andre Scott, Tobney, Delina Brown, Schoner, Finelli, Robb, Bo Franklin. The recipient of the John Rawls Wrestling Award is Cadet Sergeant Maxim Sheedy. The recipient of the Outstanding College Wrestler is Cadet First Lieutenant Samuel Polkow. The recipient of the Jeff Rowe Memorial Award is Cadet Second Lieutenant Jordan Davis, Kansas City, Missouri. The recipient of the Benjamin F. Hogue Award is Cadet First Lieutenant Theodore Duvall. The recipient of the Medford Park Award is Cadet Chantel Thomas. The recipients of the Bill Cook Awards are for all-around athlete in the junior college is Cadet Captain Andre Scott. The recipient of the high school all-around male athlete is Cadet Gabriel Tompkins. The recipient of the High School All-Around Female Athlete Award is Cadet Helena Brown. The recipient of the Bobby Price Memorial Award is Cadet Eduardo Schoner. The recipient of the Beals Becker College Baseball Award is a tie, Nate Goff. Cadet Bo Franklin, Sedalia, Missouri. The recipient of the Beals Becker High School Baseball Award is Cadet Kaylin Finelli of Leawood, Kansas. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Carroll, Woodward, Cole, Kokow. The recipient of the Willoughby Sportsmanship Award is Cadet Gabriel Cockney. The recipient of the Bolaños Soccer Award is Cadet Second Lieutenant Jariah Carroll. The recipient of the Outstanding College Volleyball Player is Shelby Woodward, Higginsville, Missouri. The recipient of the Outstanding College Women's Basketball Player is Cadet Ashley Cole from Oak Ridge, Kentucky. The recipient of the United States Army Reserve National Scholar Athlete Award is Gabriel Cogney. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Manglona, Oli, Aurora, Peterson, Hernandez, Ripley, Nyarko, Cogney, Shepard, Mills, Schefter, Dela Cruz, McElroy, Martinez, and Kokow. The recipients of the American Veterans of World War II are Cadet Command Sergeant Major Joshua McBlona from Tinian, Northern Mariana Island. The recipient of the Army Recruiting Award will be presented to one of the Wentworth's Lexington JROTC cadets, Michael Doherty. The next presenter is Mr. Gary Baird. It'll be James Lowe. The recipients of the Scottish Rite Award for Senior ROTC is Cadet Master Sergeant Johnny Aurora. JROTC Cadet Staff Sergeant Jeremy Peterson from Anton, Iowa. The recipient of the Non-Commissioned Officers Association is Cadet Sergeant Pedro Fernandez. The recipient of the Sons of the American Revolution is Cadet First Sergeant Ripley. The recipients of the Association of U.S. Army are Senior OTC Cadet First Lieutenant Emmanuel Nariarco. For JROTC LET-1, Cadet Gabriel Toffey. LET-2, Cadet Sergeant Sarah Shepard. LET-3, Cadet Second Lieutenant Samuel Mills. Cadet Nyarko couldn't have been with us today because of military orders. The next presenter is Mr. Harry Holzhauer. The recipients of the American Legion Military Excellence Award are Senior ROTC MS-4 Cadet Dean Schefter from San Diego, California. MS-3 Cadet Corporal Edward Dela Cruz. JROTC Cadet Anastasia McElroy. The recipients of the American Legion Academic Excellence Award are Senior OTC MS-4 Cadet Matthew Martinez. MS-3 Cadet First Lieutenant Samuel Kolpow. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Mapu, Aubrey Wayne, Schutz, Wu, Joshua Scott, Sheedy, Christensen, Smar Jesse, Johnston, Gonzalez, Blank, David Williams, Talina Brown, Focal, Hermanson, Todd, Spence. The recipients of the National Defense Industrial Association are Senior ROTC Cadet Sergeant Luamali Mapu from Elk Grove, California. Cadet Aubrey Wang from China. The recipients of the Daughters of the American Revolution Award are Senior ROTC Cadet First Lieutenant Levi Schutz from Grand Island, Nebraska. Cadet Freely Wu from Yangcheng, China. The recipient of the Veterans of Foreign War for JROTC is Cadet Sergeant Maxim Sheeby. The recipient of the Military Order of World Wars is Senior ROTC Cadet Sergeant First Class Kyle Christensen. Senior ROTC Cadet Sergeant First Class Ty Smar Jesse from Fletcher, North Carolina. For JROTC Cadet Joey Johnson. The recipients of the Military Officers Association are Senior ROTC Cadet Ricardo Gonzalez from Pago Pago, American Samoa. JROTC Cadet Sergeant First Class Jake Delaney. The next presenter is Major Sam Ratcliffe. The recipients of the Military Order of the Purple Heart are Senior ROTC Cadet First Sergeant David Williams. For JROTC Cadet Talina Brown. The recipients of the Special Forces Association Award of Excellence, the Shungle Award, are Senior ROTC Cadet First Lieutenant Samuel Kolkow. JROTC, Cadet Andrew Hermanson. The next presenter is Lieutenant Colonel Perry. The recipient of the USAA Spirit Award is Cadet Staff Sergeant Ryan Todd from Roseburg, Oregon. Annually, the George C. Marshall Foundation presents the commendation as a testimony of superior achievement and as an encouragement to future service to the United States of America, as exemplified by the distinguished career and public service of General of the Army, George Catlett Marshall. In recognition of attainment as the outstanding student in military studies and leadership, this award was previously presented to Cadet Lieutenant Colonel George Spence. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Spence, Wiley, Colpal, Ciabato, Captain Shu, Choi, Blank. The recipients of the Department of Army Superior Cadet Decorations are MS-4 Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jordan Spence, MS-3 Cadet Samuel Kopal, MS-2 Cadet Major Carlos Wiley, LET-4 Cadet Sergeant First Class Marco Ciabato, LET-3 Cadet Captain Shu, LET-2 Cadet Menso Troy, LET-1 Cadet Sergeant Jacob Blank, Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Aubrey Wayne, Uncle, Eric Wayne, Colonel Letterman will be the next presenter. The recipient of the Best Bandsman Awards are for New Boy Cadet Aubrey Wayne. Oh boy, Cadet Captain Charles Hunkel. The recipient of the Arian Award is Cadet Captain Charles Hunkel. The recipient of the Most Improved Musician Award is Cadet Eric Wayne. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order of call? Sheedy, Ripley, Maribel Medina, Clayton, Cross, Spence, Wiley, Mangona, So, Andre Scott, Hunkel, Wolf, Cadet Captain Shue, Woodward. The next presenter is Mrs. Mary. The recipient of the Major Keith Marion Knapp Scholarship is Joseph Morler. The recipient of Colonel Weldon Perry Memorial Scholarship is Cadet Sergeant Maxim Sheedy. Shelton. The recipient of the Robert M. Martin Memorial Scholarship is Cadet Sergeant First Class Ripley. The recipient of the Kyle Seitzinger Memorial Community Service Award is a tie, Cadet Maribel Medina. Cadet Stephen Clayton. The recipient of the John Dillingham Drum Major Scholarship Award was presented to Grant Thomas at Neosho High School on May the 9th. He will be a cadet at Wentworth next year and will be our drum major. The next presenter is Colonel Sellers. The recipient of the First Sergeant Award is Cadet First Sergeant Brent Cross. It is a special privilege for us to present these commanders with a small token of our appreciation for a job well done. To command and at the same time to participate as a member of all other phases of school life is not an easy task. It is a challenge that not all of us are capable of handling. These young men are to be commended for their performance. Battalion Commander, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jordan Spence. Executive Officer, Cadet Major Carlos Wiley. The Command Sergeant Major, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Joshua Pagalona. Alpha Company, Cadet Captain So. Delta Company, Cadet Captain Andre Scott. Headquarters Company, Cadet Captain Charles Hunkle. The recipient of the Outstanding Company Commander Award is the Company Commander of Delta Company, Cadet Captain Andre Scott. The recipient of the Second Lieutenant Caitlin LeClaire Most Improved Female Cadet Award is Cadet Taylor Wolf. The recipient of the Association of Military Colleges and Schools of the United States Award is Cadet Captain Shu. For the college, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jordan Spence. The recipient of the James McBrayer Sellers Award is Shelby Woodward. Will the following cadets please come to the stage in the order called? Finelli, Andre Scott, Powell, Thomas, Decker, Gilberto, Woodward, Pomney. Randy Florence, would you please join me on the stage? At this time, I would like to recognize a couple of athletic accomplishments that were not printed in the program. We just learned late yesterday evening that Cadet Kaylin Finelli was named to the All-District High School baseball team. Andre Scott received a full ride scholarship to play basketball at Missouri Valley College. This is the first full ride basketball scholarship ever given at Missouri Valley. Jacob Powell received a scholarship to play basketball at Missouri Valley College. Chantel Thomas received a scholarship to play basketball at the University of Nebraska-Kearney. Trevor Decker received a scholarship to play basketball at Baptist Bible College. Tito Gilberto received a scholarship to play basketball at Ozark Christian College. Shelby Woodward received a scholarship to play volleyball at Missouri Valley College. Gabriel Topping received an athletic scholarship to play basketball at Wentworth. Now there will be a special presentation by Colonel Irvin. And Piotr Duvall to play soccer at Rockhurst University.
I wanted to take the opportunity today to recognize a couple of coaches. Both of the gentlemen that stand to my left are what I consider good friends. I consider extremely good coaches, and I've watched them coach for a number of years. Coach Florence is a young man that I watched grow up as a cadet. I helped his mom and dad raise him a bit. And I'm proud of the fact that I've had the association with him. A couple years ago, he led the high school basketball team to the best record that the high school basketball team has had since I've been here, and that's 30-some years. He's willing to do whatever it takes to make it work for the cadets. He spends his time away from campus at another job and then comes here and coaches and helps not only in the sports that he coaches, but helps Coach Hughes. And I know that Coach Hughes looks at him as one of his sons. Coach Florence has been a great asset to Wentworth. He's done a great job, and I wanted to recognize him this afternoon for his help this year with the junior college basketball team. As we all know, the slogan that we've used, worst for first, and he assisted that team in bringing us to the point that we did this year, which I think speaks very highly of our athletic program. And as you see the cadet athletes standing on the stage and heard Colonel Cottrell talk about the various places that they are going to go to follow our college play. So we're very proud of Coach Florence and what he has done, and I have a picture collage I'd like to present him at this time. I also have a picture collage that I'm going to present to Coach Hughes. Coach Hughes and I go way back, long before before I lost my hair and before he and I turned gray. And was here for a number of years. He left and pursued various things that he's done in his life, and he came back here recently to help us rejuvenate our athletic program. I think he did a fantastic job. I feel a little bit close to the junior college basketball team this year because I got to be the laundry boy. If you don't know, I volunteered kind of at the end of the season when we were in the regional playoffs to do laundry as long as the cadets won, and they kept winning. So I did, I think, 7 or 8 times laundry for basketball uniforms, and I couldn't get my wife to help me. So I want to present this to Coach Hughes on behalf of all of us here at Wentworth. He's done a fantastic job as our athletic director and certainly deserves a great accolation for the opportunities that he has provided to our junior college basketball team. So, Coach, I got a picture. a round of applause for these two coaches. Hey, Joe, we'll just keep them up here. I'm going to bring Coach Riker up because I'd like to recognize him too. He also is one of those coaches that works away from campus and works with the cadets. And for those of you in the wrestling program, both high school and college, know that he gives the all. I have watched him in various aspects of what he does here at Wentworth. I've also heard from other coaches that he coaches with, the integrity that he has, sportsmanship that he provides to the team. And I've also watched him in the recruiting process as I've met some parents and former students that will come and participate in the wrestling program. So, Coach, we want to recognize you today for your dedication to Wentworth.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our 2012-13 award presentation.
It's been kind of a long afternoon, so I'll keep this short. I'm sure the cadets will think, Jerry, yeah, keep it short. I want to just say a couple things. I want to say I'm very proud of each of you that have received awards and been recognized today. You've done a great job, and we appreciate the efforts that you put forth, not only for your personal goals, but for the team and for the school. So I think each of you should be congratulated for a job well done. For the parents, we appreciate the opportunity to work with your children. We appreciate you being here and supporting them and hope that each of you feel pride that we feel in them and the accomplishments they've made. I would like to make one other comment, and I'm going to do this because I've been here 33 years and I've never seen, and all the people I've seen retire, I've never seen quite a little opportunity that Caroline got today. And I applaud all of you. I think it was great. I wish I could have filled in for First Sergeant. I sing better than he does, but that's okay. And I made the comment and made the wrap-up that I didn't think I would ever see him sing. And he informed me he wasn't singing, but I thought I saw his lips. On a serious note, Caroline, we truly appreciate all you've done. You have provided the kind of dedication that some people don't know how that is. Some people don't know what that means. And yet I know from many cadets that have taken your class and been a part of what you do, that you not only teach the discipline that you teach, but you also teach those life skills. We're going to miss you not being here, but I'm going to say the same thing to you that I said to your husband when he retired. You're always welcome to come to lunch. You're always welcome to come around and spend time with us. We would love to have you continue to do that. I salute you and I applaud you for all you've done, for the dedication that you've given, and for the opportunities that you provide for not only this board of cadets, but all those that you have. So thank you very much, and I wish you the best. On days when you get tired of keeping Major Ratcliffe in line, you can always stop by and visit with us. So again, we congratulate you on your retirement. The last thing I would like to do is ask all the faculty if they would stand. These are the people that work with you every day. These are the people that teach you every day. These are the people that help you every day, and I would also include the staff and that you would stand. I'm sorry, that many of you do all the other support things. I would ask you as a board to please give them a round of applause. I would remind you that at 7:30 we will have our commissioning ceremony from Lieutenant Colonel Perry at PMS. We'll have that ceremony this evening. We'd like for all of you to return for that. It is a great opportunity to see our young men and women that will be commissioned in the United States Army. We're very proud of them and the opportunities that they have to share. So at this time, whoever's going to take the floor out, I would ask that our guests please stand. The floor will march out and then you can leave after this. Thank you.
Attention! Set